do a touch test first of all. Ooh, geez, that is hot. Wow, okay, that's really hot. Have you guys ever wondered how hot your MacBook needs to get before you start seeing a reduction in performance or thermal throttling? Well, today I'm going to put this MacBook to the test because I'm going to put it outside in the hot summer Australian sun while it renders 8K footage shot on a RED camera in RAW format. Now, this is a base model M1 MacBook Air, and the thermals have been pretty good so far, but let's see how it stands up to the sun. Now, before I go any further, guys, obviously, disclaimer, don't try this at home. If you've been watching my channel over the last few weeks, you would know that I'm trying to put this thing to the test. So I'm doing some pretty extreme testing, and I'm basically just trying to break it at this point. So definitely do not try this at home. Now, before we go any further, let's actually go into the screen and let's have a look at what we'll actually be rendering. So guys, this is where I've downloaded all of the footage from. This is just the RED site. Now, I've downloaded a few clips here. Some of them are actually of varying FPS, but the majority of clips are actually 24 FPS. And they're about 1 gigabyte for each clip, and they only go for about 6 or 7 seconds per clip. So super, super high quality stuff. And now if we go into DaVinci Resolve, you can see the clips here. Now they do have LUTs applied. And if I actually come down into the color correction, I select the clip, and then I look here at the camera raw settings, you can see indeed that it is raw and it does have LUTs applied. So I'm just using Daniel Schiffer's vintage look, which is one of my favorite LUT packs ever. And it looks really, really great. So if we go back into the timeline, you can see that although this is a really capable machine, it does struggle to play these clips back, especially with LUTs added. You are getting around 24 FPS, but it's not the smoothest FPS ever. And you can see now, actually, now that it's had a second to sort of load up and do its thing, the playback is a little bit better. But again, guys, this is 8K raw footage on a $999 MacBook Air, the base model essentially. So the fact that this is even playing back and you can scrub it relatively well with only a couple of dropped frames is very, very impressive on its own. So now let's go into the render tab and I'll show you guys how I'm rendering it. So I've just set up a little template here and we're going to actually render it in QuickTime, Apple ProRes, and I'm just going to be exporting in 4K. I did have the timeline set to 1080p just then, just to preview. So let me go and change that back. Obviously you can do it in the render settings, but I'll do it here just to make sure so you guys can see it. So if we come back here, you can see that is also in 4K. And this is how I'm going to be exporting this. So what we'll do first is we'll actually export this and render it outside. So I'll see you guys in the backyard. No, you stay in there. It's too hot out here. Stay there. Okay guys, so just before we go outside, let's just take a base reading of the Mac using the FLIR camera. So as you can see here, we're getting about 41 to 42 degrees Celsius. Now this has just been sitting outside for a few minutes, not in the direct sun, and it's just sitting on the edit page of DaVinci Resolve. There's no rendering, nothing like that. It's literally just sitting here. And now, if we look at the ground outside, you can see in some places it's 60 degrees Celsius, which is something like 110, 120 degrees Fahrenheit for all my American friends out there. So it is very, very, very hot out there, that's for sure. Okay guys, so I'm at an f-stop of 22 on my camera. Otherwise it's just too blown out, you can't see anything. So let's actually start this render. So that is now rendering. Now the reason I've got it on a chair is because this ground is literally too hot. It would probably melt if I kept it on the ground. So just a quick one as well, the screen brightness actually isn't too bad. I can still see it, there's still a lot of glare, but it's really not quite as bad. So let's leave this for a few minutes, we'll come back and we'll do a heat test with the FLIR camera. Alrighty guys, so the render is pretty much done, so let's go take a look at it. So we've got about 15% left. So let's just do a touch test first of all. Ooh, geez, that is hot. Wow, okay, that's really hot. Let's do a FLIR test real quick. Okay, so right where the CPU and the GPU is, we're getting about 60 degrees, sometimes 62, 63 degrees. The rest of the laptop is not too bad. It's only about 40 degrees down there. But the keyboard, yeah, right where the processor is, that is very, very hot. That's over 60 degrees. But again, like, this has been out here for a while. So guys, I've just brought it back inside. Now this is literally 30 seconds later. By the way, there's the cat sitting right there. You can see she is quite warm. So let's actually shut this lid. First of all, I'll show you the middle again. So it's cooled down a slight little bit, but if we actually close this lid and we flip it over, you can see the back is actually not too bad. But right on the side there where the vent is, if I can line it up, that's probably the hottest part of about 50 degrees. But again, like, this is quite cool. There's really no issues with it at all. There's my skin. So you can see right now I'm at about 36 to 36.5 degrees Celsius. And then the Mac is, yeah, cooling down now, like I said, but still around 50 degrees. But guys, that is very, very impressive performance for sitting out in the hot Australian sun for about, 6 minutes doing a 8K render. Okay guys, so as you can see, again, we're just on the editing screen of Resolve and it's not doing anything crazy. Now, we're obviously inside at the moment and the ambient temperature in this room is almost exactly 24 degrees. I have the air conditioning on, the doors shut, so it's a pretty controlled environment. So if we switch to the FLIR thermal camera, you can see it's pretty cool. So it's about 32, sometimes 33 degrees in places. But apart from that, the whole thing is relatively cool. And if we actually touch it, it doesn't feel hot at all. It's actually almost cool to the touch. So we'll switch to the render tab and we will start to render it and we'll see what kind of results we get. So we'll call this one inside and we'll have it all set as the same settings both times, same render settings. I am exporting in 4K, not 8K. So we'll add this to the render queue and we will render. Okay guys, so we've got about 10% or about 45 seconds left in the render. So let's see how hot we are. So we are at 40 degrees Celsius, right on the hottest part. On the keyboard, a little bit hotter, about 40 to 41. But as you can see, this is running a lot cooler, obviously, than it was outside. Down here, we're getting about 29. So there is absolutely no issues there at all. I'm not sure if it's actually going to thermal throttle at this point because it's only about a 5 to 6 minute render. But this is obviously performing a lot better than it did outside in terms of thermal performance. Okay guys, so the inside render has finished and as you can see there, it was 4 minutes and 57 seconds versus the outside render, which was 5 minutes and 16 seconds. So that's a very impressive result because even though this thing was sitting in the full summer Australian sun during the entire render, and it was a good 20 degrees hotter, it still finished the render almost as quick as it would be if it was sitting inside, as you can see here. There's about a 20-second difference between the two. Okay guys, I hope you found that video pretty interesting. As you can see, there wasn't a huge decrease in performance. Now that's probably because I only had the Mac out there for about 5 or 6 minutes rendering. I didn't want to have it out there anymore because at that point I was worried about the lithium battery inside the Mac, not so much the actual Mac itself, because as you guys know, if a laptop or a phone gets really, really hot and it's in direct sunlight, the lithium batteries can sometimes expand, leak, or even actually explode. So that's why I only kept it out for a few minutes. But after a couple of more weeks, guys, if I do more tests, and I'm pretty much done testing this, I'll leave it out there for like 2 hours just to see what happens. So stay tuned if you want to see my MacBook explode. But apart from that, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any more tests or video ideas you want me to do, leave a comment below and I'll get to it. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.